Hey, it's a terrific Tuesday, I hope, for everybody. It's Tuesday morning for me, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Like I always say, it's Janine from Reclaiming Our Identity, and I'm not going to be here long. I just wanted to pop on while I have some time and update the family on some information that I misstated or got wrong or left out on some previous videos, particularly the one about is Kigali the cleanest city in Africa? Is Rwanda the cleanest country in Africa? That video got several comments. Some people were a little touchy, and I get it because it was taken as a critique, and some people provided really good information and updates and wanted me to make sure that I was aware of some things. So, the first thing that I will mention is there is manufacturing in Rwanda. Automobile manufacturing. I said that there was not, and that all the cars had to be imported, and that made them very expensive or makes them very expensive, and that is why so many people use public transportation. And although that is a fact that there are very many people who use public transportation, a lot of them being motorcycles, the reason being because the import of vehicles is something that is done very prominently, and it's very costly, and the average Rwandan and a lot of people cannot afford that expense. So I said that cars are not manufactured here and that they have to be imported. But a viewer said, I thought Volkswagen manufactures cars in Rwanda, and indeed they do. So thank you to that viewer. She informed me. I'm so glad that I looked it up. 2019, Volkswagen invested, I think, 20 million in Rwanda. When Volkswagen invested in building a plant here, brought 1,000 jobs here, according to the article that I read, to manufacture a couple of different models of Volkswagen vehicles. They started with the Polo, which is a smaller one. It goes for around $20,000. And then there's another sedan. It goes for about 44,000. And then there's a truck that goes for 48,000. And there's one more vehicle. I can't remember the names of them. But the point is, I was wrong. There are automobiles manufactured here in Rwanda by Volkswagen, the German company. So that's awesome. They are very expensive, but they're here and they're available. So I want to get that back straight. They got me straight on that. Number one. Thank you, ROI fam. The other correction is that I kind of put a quick little blurb in there about the age of the cars out here. On average, the cars I said are at least 5 years, and that said or 10 years, but that was a quick 10 years. I was corrected by another one of our family members out there in YouTube land, and he said it is a more accurate benchmark to acknowledge that the majority of the vehicles here in Rwanda are actually 10 to 15 years old. And in my head, I knew that. I just didn't want to make it sound as bad. So I kind of just threw it out. But the facts are the facts. They're old. There are some cars here as old as 20 and 30 years old. I've seen very, very, very old vehicles, because it's less expensive to import or ship over a used vehicle because the custom taxes on brand new cars is much higher. So the majority of vehicles on the road in Kigali are at least 10 to 15 years old, and some of them much older. So that contributes to the emissions. So that is fact number two that I want to get straight. Get it together, Janine. Okay. We learned together, and I'm so thankful. The other thing that I want to point out is we had a viewer who sent a nice long comment filled with some good details and some context around the air quality and also water quality in Rwanda. And he brought out the fact, now this is a video for another day, but he just wanted me to make sure that I was aware that the addressing the issues of older vehicles, and the number of vehicles on the roads in Kigali is being discussed in Parliament. And he is saying that he encourages the reduction or elimination of motorcycles by providing a transit system that is adequate and efficient for everyone to be able to ride on public transportation that includes vehicles like buses or cars to get motors off the road. That is what this young man is advocating for. Um, and something else that he brought up that I did not mention with regard to cleanliness and um, yeah, cleanliness, I'll stick with that word, is the issue of water quality. Because, now he mentioned this, that because this country or the city, Kigali, does not have a sewage system, a citywide sewer system. The homes are on septic tanks, or in some of the villages and areas, they use latrines. And of course, though that waste can seep into the soil and into the water and affect the water quality. So um, there's a company called Jibu, Gibu, that filters water. But for some who are not immune to the elements and various bacteria here in Rwanda and in Kigali specifically, you might need something that's much more purified than the Jibu water. There are other brands such as Inyanje. When I've had expats to tell me that unless they drink the Inyanje water, they have had upset stomach issues and have had to get antibiotics because of some bacteria in the water. So you can't drink the tap water. And he mentioned the fact that one of the other contributing factors to why Kigali may not honestly be the cleanest city in Africa, when you look at all the aspects of cleanliness, is because of the water quality. But like I said, that's further detail and more information that's more appropriate for another kind of video. But he just wanted to address that and to let me know that the vehicle issue and the water issue is something that Rwanda is looking at, and they're still moving forward and progressing and trying to make things better for its citizens. So I wanted to get those corrections out there. I am humble, I'm open, I'm willing to learn. I don't mean to offend anyone, just want to provide this information. Again, I'm just giving my experience, and sometimes I don't exactly have all the facts. I'm willing to admit that. And I just wanted to share the corrections with my people. Have a lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. A lovely day. Lovely. A lovely day. Have a lovely day, everybody.